know what's crazy, bro? There are things that like we assume about each other and like our character and like how we feel about certain shit that like sometimes you can really only access through like questions. And I feel like we've never really like sat down and like done that. Someone told me the other day, like, you know, I could tell that you're like a funny person like through your music. And I was like, that's like weird, like, cause how? And then they went into explaining it and shit, and it was like for the same reasons that you were explaining, like through what you say. It's like the wit and like what you think of, like it would just be funny, but not funny in like a ha, but it's funny as like, you know what I'm saying, it's complex. I think we're just two very complex people that linked up and made like
you know what I think it is. It's like once you've sat here and you've toiled over all these fucking different concepts, the meaning of life 100 million billion times. Like at the end of it, I feel like all you can do is just laugh at it. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's where you arrive to. When did it click for you? And I know that that's super general, but like I'm gonna give like.
When did making music click for me?
Like because it's like for me, I feel like, bro, you could have gone like musically, you could have gone 100 different ways.
Yeah, when I learned that you could get paid to skate, which I love to do, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like my hobby.
Yeah.
And when I learned that you could get paid to skateboard, I was like, since it was something I was genuinely passionate about. Like I would get the magazines and I would do it myself. Like I was skateboarding. Like I love watching skateboarding, watching skate videos and all that shit. And I was like, yo, something that I'm so passionate about can generate money, right? And then that was like the seed of like, okay, well then what else am I passionate about? And what else am I good at? And what else is like sustainable? And what else is something that like I can go home to do every day and wake up and do every day? Because you know, around like middle school, high school, like I wasn't very much, it was really like early high school. Like I wasn't enthused to do some shit. Like I was kind of in like a cycle where like, I'm like, oh, you know, this shit doesn't matter. Like my grades would slip. And like, you know, but I was like, well, I'm passionate about music because like I've been doing music since 3rd grade, right? Yeah. Like I was in bands like playing little stupid bells. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I started doing the rapping shit. I was making beats, but I was rapping over other people's beats because I didn't feel like mine were good enough. Yeah. And like my songs weren't doing too well. And this one night I dropped a song and I was really sad. So I was like, damn, like maybe I should quit. I was in like the quad of like where my building was at. And I went back to my room, woke up the next day, and my song had like 6,000 plays or like some shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was because it got picked up by this blog that like I would send emails like, bro, there's so many bloggers that probably fucking hate me because of like how incessant I was about sending emails because I thought that was the way that you grew it. Yeah. And then I remember waking up and being so happy about that shit, and I think at that moment it clicked, like, I want to do music because it's cathartic to me. Like it helps me express myself because you and I both know I'm not the best at that, like unless it's through music or you know, but yeah, shit. That's when it clicked. So it was when me and Wells linked up for the first time. He was driving up from North Carolina and he was like, yo, I'm stopping at your house to pick you up. You're gonna stay with us in Bed-Stuy for like 3-4 days. Yeah. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then that night we made 1:30, or the next day, and we had the speakers like sitting on the floor because we didn't have like a table. So the computer, the speakers, the keyboard, them shits were all on the floor, and we were like laying down, crouching down, like making this beat. And that was the first song of mine that like I ever got played on BBC. At that moment, I thought it was like, oh, you know, tomorrow, like it's gonna be different. Like we're gonna. Bro, it took 5 years.
It took 5 fucking
That's so scary to think about, because if you went back to when I felt like that, and I was just like, nah, it's gonna take 5 years, and then just bounced, I'd be like, damn, like that's such a long time.
Yeah, but it's really not though.
But it's not. We was walking through the park at like 3 p.m. Going to the store just to get some jam. Went to the store, saw the clerk. Say, how's it going, man? It's just work.
Hey.
Head back to my mama's house. Had to.
Oh, man. People from Jersey don't take time to sit and enjoy shit like this, bruh. I don't know, man.
Hoboken is like, it looks like East Village or West Village. You know what I'm saying? It's very like.
But I will say being up here is very inspiring. I had to hang my head. I had to make my bed. I had to lie on it. I don't wanna be the only one left standing. I just gotta be candid. Violent codependent. Gotta be understanding. Nigga comprehending. I wanna make it out of here. NASCAR, fast car, take me out of here. Please just get me out of here. How far, yeah, it don't even matter, yeah. I wanna make it